I'm one of the members of the management team in Naird. For those of you who aren't familiar with biopharma, you might be an interesting stat for you is that out of the world's top 10 best-selling drug products, 7 of them are biopharma products, including the world's #1 selling drug product, which is Humira, which is manufactured by AbbVie, who are actually on site. Okay, so what I want to talk to people about is the career opportunities that exist currently within Ireland in the area of biopharma. I'm loath to use the term boom because of all the connotations it has in our recent history, but it's probably valid for the biotech sector. Currently within Ireland, these are IDA figures, there are 75 companies who would describe themselves as biopharma companies, and that would include some of the companies that are exhibiting today. Within that, there's a smaller subset of the classic biotech manufacturing, and BioMarin, who are exhibiting just behind us right here. Over the last decade, there's been around 8 or 9 billion in capital investment in biopharma. One of the most recent is Bristol Myers Squibb. BMS are establishing a new facility out in Cruise Raft in West Dublin. It's a $1 billion investment. And within those, so that's exciting in itself, but it's the products that they're manufacturing are products called immunotherapies. These products can previously treat forms of cancers like melanoma, which were previously untreatable. So it's genuinely life-saving products using cutting-edge science and engineering. So wonderful opportunities for individuals, for the company as a whole. There's a list of recent job announcements over the last year or two in the whole area of life sciences. Some of these are medical devices, some of these are your classic pharma, but a key trend towards biopharma. And what's even better news is that this just isn't Dublin-centric. This is right the way throughout the country. Not quite Letterfrack, Westport, which is not too far, has a very big facility with Allergan, which does all a large-scale manufacturing for all Botox in the world. So anytime anybody injects Botox, it's come through the west of Ireland, which is an interesting thing to know. Another one I want to call out is Regeneron in Limerick. You might have remembered the doom and gloom that descended over Limerick perhaps about 6 or 7 years ago when Dell unfortunately closed their facility and moved it to Poland for lower cost manufacturing. The old Dell facility has been replaced now by Regeneron, a biopharma manufacturing company, with 2 investments. They've invested $500 million in Limerick and are leading the regeneration. So the question is, how do you avail of these opportunities to make life-saving drugs with some really cutting-edge companies and also to profit from it? For example, BMS mentioned previously, their share price last year went up 53%. So you can see some of the attractiveness there. Right, the good news is there's a global shortage of people within biopharma. So if you're lucky enough to be a bioprocess engineer or a graduate coming down that track, well done. You've chosen the right career, you were advised well by your parents, you're in a good area. So what this slide shows, these are the key areas of concern for the senior leaders on a global basis in biopharma. So what they're concerned about is not tax rates, not access to new technologies, not access to greenfield sites. What they're concerned about is access to talent, access to new emerging skilled talent. And that's one of the reasons why my organisation was set up. We're the National Institute for Bioprocessing Research and Training, and each year we train anywhere from 3,500 to 4,000 people for the biopharma manufacturing industry. We work very closely with the IDA to attracting companies. Before I get on to that. As you might know, the IDA markets Ireland on a couple of things. Tax is very important. Second of all, is the availability of talent. Where can I get talent? So I meet the German biotech company after this who are looking at making an investment in Ireland. And the question they'll ask me is, where can I get the talent? So the good news is that our higher education institutes continue to do a very strong job. in producing high-level graduates. Of course, there's always challenges within that, but the base, if you want to use a rather crude term, raw material is good. Right? But what we need to do is we need to make sure that that's somewhat similar to what we heard from the level frac speaker, is to make sure that it's very attuned to what the industry requires, because they have very specific requirements. You would have heard some of that from Ovio and from BioMarine before the break. So, about 10% of our graduates have science, technology, engineering, and maths. Well, how do you supplement those skills? So, if you are a recent graduate, or if you're working in the workforce and you might be in another sector and you want to move into the biopharma sector, is it a closed shop? The answer is no. There's plenty of opportunity to move into the biopharma sector, and there's plenty of courses and options to help you do that. The way it breaks down is whether you're a job seeker or not. So I'll talk about the opportunities for job seekers, and then I'll talk about the opportunities for people who are currently employed. So even if you're not a job seeker, if you're aware of somebody within your family or within your social network who is a job seeker, please get them to contact NIBRD and we can talk to them more about these courses. The first I want to talk about is Springboard. So Springboard is a government-funded program. Our programs are funded each year, and we work with a wide variety of education institutes to provide Springboard programs, including the Institute of Technology Talent, where we'll be talking after me. And these give industry-applied skills to people across level 6, 7, 8, and 9. So there's the list of courses that we had available free of charge to job seekers this year. 2015. We'll have the same again in 2016. So the eligibility for this is that you have to be a job seeker, and then if you want to go on a level 6 course, you have to have level 5 qualifications, etc. So there's entry-level positions available. The question is, does it work? What we would see is between 60 or 70% of people who come onto these courses with us go on to get a successful job outcome. About 15 to 20% go on and do further study. They get bitten by the biotech bug. And then the balance of around 10-15% we lose sight of wherever they end up. So it's a very good, strong program. If you're interested in biotech, if you're currently a job seeker, these opportunities are available. And there will be a fresh new round of Springboard courses. I think they're going to be announced in May of this year. Okay, there's my slide. Does it work? And again, some great testimonials from past Springboard graduates. So that's one to remember. I handed out a flyer there too. This is, if you ever, my son recently was reading Willy Wonka. Everyone's opening the chocolate bars to get the golden ticket. What you have in your hand is the golden ticket for biopharma. It's a great opportunity. So it is, instead of going to work at Charlie in the chocolate factory and the Oompa Loompas, you go to work with BMS. So this is a program that's opened and it's closing quickly. There's only a few days left to apply for this program. So you apply via Quality Analytics at welfare.ie. It's a program that if you're a job seeker are entitled to credits, you can go on the program free of charge. You come to NIBRD, you get a level 9 certificate in Quality Analytics for biopharma free of charge. And then if you're successful, you go to BMS and get a 3-month paid placement to start your career. So these opportunities come along rarely, and hopefully people in this audience can avail of it. And if not, within your social network, please tell people about this opportunity. What I have in the picture there is we ran one of these programs back in 2014 for a company called PPD in Athlone. And out of the 20 people who came on the program, and there they are, 19 are now in full-time employment and have started their careers. These are people with MSCs, with PhDs, graduates, all walks of life, who just hadn't had an opportunity to start their career. They went on the program, got the training, they did their placements, they applied themselves, and now they're either with PPD or some of them are with Regeneron and others. So it's a great opportunity. Now just to switch tack, I've met a number of people today who might be in other sectors. They might be in traditional pharma, they might be in other aspects of manufacturing. They've heard about biopharma and they're saying, well, would you be interested, can we find out a little bit more, or how can I do kind of cross-skilling and upskilling? And what we have is a full array of courses. Many training providers have these as well. IT Tala has it, IT Sligo. So there's a wide variety of opportunities for you if you want to cross-skill, upskill, pay for yourself, certificate, diploma, right way up to what I'm talking about there is our master's program with IT Sligo, which is a 2-year course given mainly online with the lectures recorded, using some of the distance learning techniques referred to earlier on, and then with practicals within an hybrid facility. So what do you do next? If you're interested in the opportunities within biopharma, here's what I would suggest you do next. Talk to us today. My colleagues are over at the stand just on the far side. Keep an eye on our LinkedIn and our Twitter accounts where we send out any job announcements that we come across, any new programs. It's probably our first line of communication. Keep an eye out for upcoming careers events, and obviously it's the event today. I'd encourage you to consider Career Zoom, which is on in February the 20th at the National Convention Centre. 2 years ago at Career Zoom, we went in, it was only financial services jobs and software engineering jobs. Now you go into Career Zoom, the largest section of Career Zoom is an hybrid biotech biocluster, looking for jobs for people, engineers, scientists, entry-level positions within biotech. So I booked that date in your diary again, that's a Saturday, it's free of charge. We hold our own Careers in Biopharma Day in April, so if you're interested in attending that, just give your name to our folks at the stand. And finally, just some of the advice that I've received from some of the HR directors in the biopharma companies, as well as focusing on your technical skills, please don't neglect the soft skills. And that's something that's easily addressable. So soft skills, your CV presentations, your behaviour within interviews, etc. And that's just little things gotchas, it's still a competitive market, so a good rule of thumb is to make sure you brush up on that. And that's the key messages: fast growing industry, great opportunities to make life-saving products, blue chip companies, terrific entry mechanisms for job seekers, and entry mechanisms also for people who are currently employed. Okay.
Any questions?